morning and welcome to Hideaway Homestead. Kevin and I are starting a new project today, or working on our new project. We are attempting to do our first dry pour concrete. We have laid out the floorboards for this project, and today we're going to do just a small spot to see how well we can do this. We've watched some videos, but we found that a lot of times what seems easy to other people doesn't work out so easily to us. So follow us along today as we try to get this done, and hopefully we will be very successful and get a good start on our 21 by 21 concrete pad.
The area where we decided to put this concrete pad was not even, and so we bought a load of fill dirt and then shoveled it, smoothed it, raked it, and all of that kind of stuff to get it level enough so that the pad itself would be level. This is the finished product. The end of the day. Looking pretty good to us. Just waiting to get the concrete, cement, whatever we call it, get started filling this in. Fortunately for us, unfortunately for the rest of the state, we have had quite a bit of dry, hot weather recently. So we went ahead and purchased some of the bags of concrete in advance and covered them. Hopefully they stayed dried enough and didn't wick up moisture. So our plan is to put a couple of these down for a base on our pad area today, and then going to put the wire on top of them and then do the second layer. Sort of like making an Oreo cookie maybe. That made me hungry already. I just had breakfast. Okay, so this will keep that wire up higher so we don't have to keep raising it up out of the dirt. So here we go.
Okay, we are doing what they call screeting. That's the process of smoothing this out as much as you can with a board. It usually takes 2 people to do this so that you can keep it as even as possible. You can see this one side here is pretty smooth, and then this side over here is the side we've not done yet. So you can see what Carol's doing. She just kind of moves that board back and forth and keeps the pressure on the top of it, and it smooths it out. And then if we get areas along the way that are open like that right there, and you just sprinkle some more in there and go back over it again with the board. And you just keep doing this and doing this and doing this until you get it smooth. So that's what we're doing now, and we will continue with this process. We got this first section screeded, and it looks pretty good. This is our first time doing this, and we think it turned out pretty good. We still have to run a dry paint roller over this to smooth it out more than it is, because you can still see some of the lines from the board in the concrete. So once we smooth that out, you won't see those anymore. And we will show you that process next.
This edger smooths things out right along the edge, puts just a little finish to it, except now on the corner he's got to make the two talk to each other. Yeah, I think that'll work once we go over the roller. You want to do the roller now? This roller just sort of smooths things out. Puts a better texture to it. Ever so slight texture. It takes those screech marks out and the marks from this edger. Have to do a little more pressure there, huh?
Yeah. I'm going to go from the other direction too.
Yeah. Okay.
This maybe.
We are very pleased with how this is turning out, but this 21 by 21 area seems to have grown for how long this is going to take us. I don't know, Kevin, do you think you could do small sections by yourself, or?
Probably, yeah. It would take a little longer.
Yeah.
But it could be done, sure.
We watched somebody on YouTube that was doing, oh, I don't know, 20-foot sections or something.
I think so.
Maybe 16,
Yeah.
all by himself, and he was having to, or chose to, come up with some creative ways to get the other end of the screed board to have weight and to push things down and stuff like that. But I think if we do small sections like this is what, about 3 foot by 7?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
We wanted to start with a smaller section to see if this is something we could actually do and how long the process would take. So I don't think it's been too long. How long do you think we've been working at this?
I don't know.
I mean, this concrete part of it. I get cement and concrete mixed up, so I'm sorry if I use the wrong term. The professionals would, I'm sure, correct me quickly. The instructions we have seen say to just put a gentle mist on this, enough to change the color of the concrete or cement, whichever it is, and then let it sit for an hour. So the idea is not to soak it, I guess.
I'm going to get the whole thing thoroughly wet.
I guess that sort of seals the top so you don't end up with little rivers and canyons when you put the real water on.
Yeah.
And here's what it looks like when you spray this area with a little bit of water. Hope y'all are enjoying this entertaining watering of the concrete video. Probably make us $1 million.
Hopefully this is not too much excitement for everybody.
Well,
watching.
yes, I hope you're not watching it right before bed or something like that, and keeps you up at night with all the thrill and excitement of it. We could record watching it dry also.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun?
The instructions that we have heard said to let this dry for an hour and then do a mist on it again.
I think. Right out here is drier.
Okay, so we have sprayed it twice, well, misted this section twice.
Yeah, 2 times.
And now we're ready to start showering it every hour. So how does it feel, Kevin?
This part right here where it's a little bit darker is still damp. It feels damp.
Really?
But this
I might
middle
have-
part out here feels a little drier. So I think it's just gonna probably eventually look like this when it completely dries.
Yeah,
If we were to let it dry, of course, we got to wet it again. So
yeah. But
Looking
it
good.
seems like it's firm on the top.
yeah, it is.
Cool.
Yeah.
And now you left a handprint. How about that?
Did not.
Doesn't seem much more powerful than the last time with the mist. I guess there's more water coming out.
Yeah. Got to soak it down real good. Soaking good.
We have to keep watering these in so that the moisture soaks all the way down deep into the concrete. He's just checking the edges too to make sure that where the boards used to be, we just pulled them off, that also gets access to the water. I don't think at this point you can get too much water to it, so it's already been drying for several days. So, yeah, anymore it's plenty sturdy for him to step on at this rate. And we had a day or two of rain maybe since then. This is where we are after this Saturday's work. Got this whole side done now, that whole side done now, and the back side is done now. So when we catch up this little bit left on that side, we'll have a perimeter all poured and know how we're going to put our tent and or carport on here. We'll be filling in the inside probably next Saturday.
Well, we got the center of the pad finished. Took us a little while to get it done, but we got it done and now it's complete and we are really enjoying it. We've been using it for a lot of different things. Used it for our celebration, our pumpkin patch, and we used it for some classes and stuff that we've done out here for the chicken processing and that kind of thing. And so it's really a multi-purpose pad, that we call it pad, that we can use. It's actually a 20 by 20, and so we can put up a tent out here and use it for that and all kinds of different things. And when we did this, we did what they call the dry pour concrete. It was a little less expensive for us to do it, and so for us to do that, it saved us a lot of money. It was a lot of work, but because we had to use all the bags and that kind of thing and move stuff out here and all that kind of thing, but it ended up being a good thing for us. So we liked doing that method, but I think if we were going to do it again, we probably would use it on a smaller project, like a sidewalk or a pad of some kind for steps or something like that. But we got it done, and we are very well pleased with it. Thanks for joining me today here on Hideaway Homestead. If you didn't subscribe yet, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to click the little bell next to the subscribe so that you can keep up with when we have new videos coming out. Also, leave us a comment. And for goodness sakes, don't forget to give us a like. If you've done this kind of thing before, leave us a comment and tell us what your experience was. If you haven't done it before and you got questions, send us a comment about that. Till next time, thanks for joining us.